another walk, another topic, and I swear, I'm doing better. I swear I am. A couple of these videos down, and then you start watching yourself, and you're like, dang, Deb, are you a high-functioning depressed person? Because you speak and you feel so deeply, and you're going through it, and you get all emotional on us, and then you still hold a job, you still hold this, your world's falling apart, but you know, you get up every morning and you buckle down. You do what you gotta do, right? Oh, that's so cool. Birds singing while it's flying. Never seen that before. But what happens is, I'm taking a walk, and I don't know if I'm going the right way, but I'm gonna keep it on the cement trail, right? But anyway, and did my first solo date. I think that's a thing, right? Yeah, people call it a solo date. I think I shall turn here. And I took myself out to the movie theaters. You know, it's been a while. Last time I went to movie theaters was sometime in December. And basically watched Fantastic Four. It was a really good time. It was a beautiful, I felt it was pretty. It was a nice scenario. Oh, dang it. I'm really walking into traffic now. I'm not trying to walk into traffic. Parking is crazy. This is crazy. Well, I somewhat had to restart the video over. I guess it's a continuation because I got lost. Of course, I took the wrong turn. I always take the wrong turn. I think it's supposed to lead me to a great fun time, but it always leads me to a dead end. And just like life, I have to go back. Redo. Luckily, it's not like I die. Thank goodness. Would you imagine if I took a wrong turn, I ended up dying? That's how horror movies are made. Supposed to be 1.8 miles, but I think it's going to be a little bit less because of the simple fact that I'm not going up a highway. I parked my car in the dog park without my dog. My dog already got his walk on, and it's just me. Just me. I think there is a trail that leads right back to the car. You know. But anyway. So, yeah, I was figuring out that, damn, I'm very depressed when I make these videos, but at the same time, I have to tell a story. People learn from stories, right? And I actually had to ask for forgiveness from God, because it wasn't really nice of me to talk down at the person, calling them boy, a coward, Yes, it's feelings of anger and sadness and all that stuff that has created all these feelings, right? So that's why it kind of just like sucks. I don't think they say the road to hell is paved with good intentions, right? But I want to give them benefit of the doubt that this person deep down had good intentions, didn't want to take it as far as it went, that like we got caught up. We generally got caught up. And you can't change that sometimes. Like I've said before, I wouldn't change it for the world. The things I've experienced were very new to me. And put a lot of things in perspective in terms of what am I supposed to understand, realize that in things of that nature that I'm supposed to deem as important. So I actually prayed last night as I took myself on my solo date. And I kind of missed that person because we would have appreciated the movie together. Only because it was something of both of our interests. However, you do it by yourself. Can't call on them. Can't call on them. I could have technically called them and said, hey, you want to go to the movies? There could have been a yes involved. Just like there could have been a no. And I wasn't interested in trying to figure out whether or not I was going to get a yes or no. I did not want to wait for responses. I just wanted to do life. So I went on this movie theater trip, bought myself some popcorn, bought myself some ice cream. I got there way too early. And I watched the Mortal Kombat movie. And yeah, I could have met my husband last night. It was a bunch of guys there. However, they were in pairs. So, could that have meant that they were gay? Gone together? As in a couple kind of a thing? That would have sucked, you know? You're looking for a husband and he's not available because, you know, he doesn't float my way. Oh well. But the movie, in my eyes, was a good movie. I mean, there's been like a lot of crappy movie. So when you give a girl of my era the whole idea of Mortal Kombat, yeah, I want to see it. Yeah, it brings nostalgia to what it was back in the day. Oh, pretty bird. Can't take a picture of it. It just flew away. But anyway, yeah. And there was moments where you're like, ooh, ah, oh, ah, ah, and you're making the funny noises and you say all the side comments that you normally say in a movie, and you would normally say it to the other person. But then you look to your left and your right, you got empty seats, and you're like, oh well, I didn't annoy the person 1, 2, 3 rows behind or in front of me. Not that it made a difference, but you know, you hope that it doesn't affect people's stuff. I'm trying to figure out, like, will this road, if I take this turn, lead me to go around? Or am I supposed to take another? Oh, I think I'm on the right way. I think I'm going the right way. I will find out when I make the circle. Anyway. Or do I have to pause this again? I don't want to pause, but I might have to. Okay, so as I'm trying to read the map, it cuts me off, so I have to keep going the way I'm going because I'm going on the right path and whatnot. So the crazy thing is it says trail the other way, but I doubt it. So as I'm getting excited for the movie and I'm having moments with the movie, it gets me sad because I can't side comment, I can't have a conversation, I can't even talk about the after the fact of the movie. You know, I just have to enjoy it for myself, and it kind of sucks. It's just like I was saying, I'm capable of doing a lot of things by myself. Going to the movie, it was not a big freaking deal. Going to a movie at 10 p.m. was not a freaking big deal. Going home and getting home at almost 1 o'clock in the morning was not a big deal. Nothing like I haven't done before. You know, it just hits a little different when you're by yourself. It's the moment, not the experience. So I more than likely will watch again this movie, and I will watch it again on TV, on streaming, in a couple weeks or something. And I'm going to enjoy it again as my first movie by myself, done at the theater. And the thing about Mortal Kombat, bringing nostalgia, because the very first big time movie I went to was not in school. There was one, we saw Little Women as a class trip, but there was another movie. My neighbor at the time took my brother and I, was the very first Mortal Kombat. I think that came out in 1996. I think it's a pretty good rendition when it first came. But as you see the evolution of this movie, as it grows, time goes by, CGI gets real, AI gets real, all this stuff, I think this is by far the best character development, character usage, storyline, plot twists, blase blase. I think it's been the best one. Yeah, I mean, they called it Mortal Kombat 2 because it's a continuation from Mortal Kombat 1, from not the development of that Scorpion family member. I forgot his name. Yeah, unfortunately, that guy. And I think about it. I was like, was I supposed to watch this as a Christian? I mean, it was about death and guts. At the same token, relevancy to the war on good and evil, light, life after death, puts that introspection into your thought process. People take it lightly because, it's a video game. Who's thinking about, the battle between good and evil in terms of spirituality, the birth, reincarnation, or bringing back the dead, the possibilities of that. And, my denomination doesn't believe in any of that. That's satanic work. Because once again, it says in the Bible, those who die, they go to sleep and they know nothing. So the simple fact, somebody trying to conjure their spirit back, it's demonic. And in the movie, it shows that example. But I can't give any spoilers. I'll let everybody have a chance, right, to enjoy the movie. So, yeah, I got home late. Got home by myself. It was kind of cool. Just took off my jacket, changed real quick, slipped into the sofa with my dog, and I fell asleep. Had a quick chat with somebody, and then I had a moment in the car where I prayed for the other person, and I asked for my forgiveness because I shouldn't have been talking bad about them. No matter how hurt I am, I shouldn't talk bad about them. And not because they don't deserve it, but who am I to judge? People might be talking crap about me because I might have done something to have pissed them off. And they show me grace, So I got to show them grace too. And my heart just soft. I've never been so soft for a person. Oh, never. And it's really rough when the softness takes over as the reality of who you are, because it's true. It is who you are. And but you learn. And I asked for, when I prayed for this person, I asked for their salvation. You know, that some of my anger and some of my resentment towards them is just my selfishness. Because how do you cry out to God asking for God to provide a resolution to a situation that you don't want to be in? God gives it to you, and then you get mad at the situation for occurring. You know? How can I get mad at him? And if this is what I've been asking for. I've been asking him to leave me alone and let him get back with God and find peace within himself. But then again, he also still tries to be my friend. Proverbs 17:17. Love your friends. And in times of adversity, become a brother or sister. And though he might try to still see me as his sister, I don't know if my heart can. So I prayed and I cried because I only wish the best for him, even if it's not with me. And I keep forgetting that I want the best for him, even if it's not with me. He deserves beautiful things in life. We all do, right? I deserve my share. And God will bless me with mine. But everyone else deserves the same thing. Beautiful peace and happiness and all God's blessings. Right? So I can't get mad if God's paving the way for all those blessings. My anger and my so-called resentment is just me blocking blessings for myself, you know. And I should be more appreciative that God has allowed me to be placed into that person's life, not because of anything else, but I am a blessing to people, and maybe he was my lesson, and I learned my lesson, and maybe he learned something too. I gotta keep telling myself this, so I'm sorry if some of these videos have interlocking memos, you know, because that's life. Everything intertwines at times, you know. Woo. Everything intertwines at times, and that's what it is. So today I'm out and about by myself again. I called it an early start. And did my dog's walk in the morning. And then I gotta do some laundry and prep for the week. And I feel grateful. And today I'm blessed. Could be worse, right? Ooh, another pretty bird. A pretty dog. But yeah, this walking chronicles isn't as emotional as I promised. It's just me thinking about the first time of me going by myself to a movie theater. So I don't think I've ever done that. It's always been in a moment. I used to know a guy who used to do it all the time. He had a membership, so he would get all the cool, like, perks of points and eventually free movies and all that stuff. But hey, that was his joy. I kind of enjoyed watching movies at home, you know? It's more budget friendly. At the same time, I don't think I'll be doing this too often because I actually thought that the movie theater was going to be more and more expensive. You know, you spend $20 sometimes back in the day for a ticket. Then you got the food and the drinks. And another $20 went by, so you went to movie theaters like $40. Then I realized, well, I must have been going to some fancy ass, bougie, you know, beautiful bird. I don't know, maybe now I could try to get a bird for you. This bird spreads his wings and all you see is beautiful reds and yellows. He's like gorgeous. Don't let the all black, all black fool you. Yeah. He talking to me like, mind your business, keep it moving. But, yeah, I got it. Yerp. So, at this movie theater, it was not a bad price. I guess $12, $13. Is that normal? I think my water was the more expensive part of everything. I think the popcorn was $8, small popcorn. Water was like $4, and I think my ice cream cup was like $5. So you spend like, yeah, maybe I almost did spend two $20 bills. I didn't feel that bad by myself. It's not like I do it all the time, but like I said, it was because of the type of movie it was. So thank goodness we don't have these battles in real life. I'm not ready to be God's warrior to fight the battles against Satan and his minions. Like I said, what if my lesson was a good guy? He was technically a good guy the whole time. Oh, this is gorgeous. Hold on. Can you see him? He is gorgeous. He is gorgeous. Oh, snap. Went through me off. Ooh. He's trying to get a girlfriend. I don't know what that is, but I don't know. It sounds like a mating call to me. Take me home. If your home looks like anything, oh, snap. I think I am getting a mating ritual. You trying to ask me out? Look, I don't know, but I gotta get to know you a little bit. We got exchange some names. You know? Oh, where did you go? I'm sorry. I keep messing up the view. Yeah. Well, sir, it's a pleasure to have met you, but I gotta keep this moving. Otherwise, the real ladies, the real people that you're trying to, or ladies that you're trying to engage, they're gonna be mad at me for taking up all your time. You guys have a good day. my shoddy camera work, but that was pretty funny. That's a beautiful bird. I think it's talking to the other one, because you got birds that are just underneath the railing of the fence, and I don't know if they're the female or the other version of that same one, but they're all just trying to figure out their lives right now. Or maybe they just chilling underneath the rail because it's a little bit of shade, because there's a lot of sun in this place right now. A lot of family gatherings, kids at the playground, like a field day. People fishing in the pond. In a pond? Questionable. I am not growing fond of this haircut. I'm letting you know. I kind of hate it. I really do. So the rest of the plans is food prep, cleaning, and thanking God that I get a chance to be a little more real. My intentions have always been for God, for me to thank God for him. Another bird. Maybe it's the same bird. Look at you, pretty bird. God bless. It was beautiful nature. And nature is beautiful. Oh, I was about to say, I was like, if he stayed right there, I would have been so surprised. Yeah, like 3 feet next to these inches. Butterfly tried to attack me. That was great. Butterflies are real. Birds are real. This is like the best walk I've had in a while. Your cousin was trying to talk to me. Better tell him something. I gotta give calling cards to all these birds. That's what it's left. Life is left. I'm stuck with dealing with the birds. That is hilarious. It is hilarious. I think somebody was doing the same thing I did. They took a walk, dropped their car off near the entrance of the park. They did the whole cycle. And now they're in, and now they're out. Birds got my attention. Not into bird watching, but I used to have parakeets and finches. Birds are interesting. They have this beautiful ability to fly, glide. I don't know much about birds, but I've seen bald eagles around, and I've seen vultures and stuff like that. Man, the bird calling is real. And that's why I like the hiking, because you get close to nature and you see beautiful things and you hear beautiful things. And the fact that these creatures will make a nest, build a home, reproduce, create a family, teach each other how to survive in this lifetime is bananas to me. You make the best out of it. Definitely make the best out of it. Well, I'm going to conclude this walk because I talked enough and I feel better. And I have other things I need to scheme and make it a reality, because this girl got ideas for days and I just need to do it. And now I have a level of clarity that I didn't have before, so I might as well just act upon it. What do I have to lose? I have nothing to lose. What would happen? One day I'll just stop. I'll stop walking and making videos. I'll just keep walking to my next destination. But that's it, you know? Just keep going. I don't have a plan, you know, to become viral with this. It's just that some people know me for a very long time and they've understood me somehow, some way. Or I let myself out more vulnerable than before. I have nothing else to lose. So, you know, to each their own. You don't ever have to watch my videos. You could keep it moving too. I wouldn't be upset. But they're here. They're here. Have a great day, everybody.